Welcome to our world. Dear friends, I would like to inform the personnel of the armed forces of the Russian Federation, the citizens of our country, our friends around the world, as well as those who continue to harbor illusions about the possibility of inflicting a strategic defeat on Russia, about the events currently unfolding in the zone of the special military operation. Specifically, this concerns the use of long-range weapons of Western origin against our territory. Continuing the course of escalating the conflict in Ukraine, provoked by the West, the United States and its NATO allies previously announced that they were authorizing the use of their long-range, high-precision weapons systems against Russian territory. Experts are well aware, and the Russian side has repeatedly emphasized, that it is impossible to use such weapons without the direct involvement of military specialists from the producing countries. On November 19, 6 operational tactical missile strikes of U.S. production were carried out, and on November 21, during a combined missile attack, Storm Shadow systems of British production and HIMARS systems of U.S. production were used to target military facilities in Russia's Bryansk and Kursk regions. From this moment on, as we have repeatedly pointed out, the regional conflict in Ukraine, provoked by the West, has acquired elements of a global nature. Our air defense system repelled these attacks. As a result, the objectives set by the adversary were not achieved. Fires caused by the debris of an ATACMS missile at an ammunition depot in the Bryansk region were extinguished. There were no casualties or serious damage. In the Kursk region, an attack was carried out on one of the command posts of our Sever group. Unfortunately, during the attack and the air defense battle, there were casualties and injuries among the security personnel and support staff of the facility. However, the command and operational personnel of the control post were unharmed and are continuing to direct the actions of our forces to eliminate and expel enemy units from the Kursk region as planned. I want to emphasize once again that the adversary's use of such weapons cannot influence the course of military operations in the Special Military Operation Zone. Our forces are successfully advancing along the entire line of contact. All tasks set before us will be accomplished. In response to the use of American and British long-range weapons on November 21 of this year, the Russian armed forces carried out a combined strike on a Ukrainian defense industrial complex facility. This included the field testing of one of Russia's newest medium-range missile systems under combat conditions. Specifically, a ballistic missile with a non-nuclear hypersonic warhead was tested. Our missile operators have dubbed it Orishnik, Hazel. The tests were successful, and the target was hit. In the Ukrainian city of Dnipro, one of the largest and most well-known industrial facilities from the Soviet era, which still produces missile technology and other weaponry, was struck. The development of medium and shorter-range missiles is being conducted as a countermeasure to U.S. plans to produce and deploy such missiles in Europe and the Asia-Pacific region. We believe the U.S. made a mistake by unilaterally withdrawing in 2019 from the INF Treaty, Intermediate Range Nuclear Forces Treaty, under a fabricated pretext. Today, the U.S. not only produces such technology but, as we can see, has practiced deploying its advanced missile systems to various regions of the world, including Europe, during military exercises. Moreover, during these exercises, they have rehearsed their use. Let me remind you that Russia voluntarily and unilaterally committed not to deploy medium and shorter-range missiles until similar U.S. weapons appeared in any region of the world. I reiterate, the testing of the Orishnik missile system under combat conditions is being conducted in response to NATO's aggressive actions against Russia. Decisions regarding the further deployment of medium and shorter-range missiles will be made based on the actions of the United States and its satellites. Targets for future tests of our newest missile systems will be determined in accordance with threats to the security of the Russian Federation. We reserve the right to use our weapons against military facilities in countries that permit their weapons to be used against our facilities. In the event of an escalation of aggressive actions, we will respond decisively and symmetrically. I recommend that the ruling elites of countries planning to use their military contingents against Russia take this very seriously. Of course, when selecting targets in Ukraine for systems like Orishnik as a retaliatory measure, we will preemptively advise civilians and request that citizens of friendly nations evacuate dangerous areas. We will do this openly, publicly, and for humanitarian reasons, without fear of opposition from the adversary, who will also receive this information. Why without fear? Because there currently exist no means to counter such weapons. These missiles strike targets at Mach 10, which is 2.5 to 3 km per second. The world's existing air defense systems, including the missile defense systems being developed by the Americans in Europe, cannot intercept such missiles. It is impossible. Let me emphasize again that it was not Russia but the United States that dismantled the international security system and, in clinging to its hegemony, is pushing the entire world toward a global conflict. We have always preferred and are still ready to resolve all disputes through peaceful means, but we are equally prepared for any development of events. If anyone still doubts this, they should not. There will always be a response. Thank you for joining us on Our World. If you found this content valuable, please like, comment, and subscribe.